Welcome to the Small Business Show. My name is Swire from Garuda Promo. Today we have AJ Shull from RevLocal, a local search and SEO expert. How are you doing, AJ?
Doing well, Swire. We're adapting to the times.
Well, it changes every day, and I'm glad that you come on to the show because you work with a lot of small business, and right now with this virus going on, a lot of us are forced to stay at home and work from home. I think for most of us, we didn't expect it, and as far as marketing goes, this actually pushed us to a new, different area that we haven't participated in. What are some of the question and concern that you have heard from your side of the business so far?
Well, I think all of us are. It doesn't matter if you're a business owner or not, or anybody really around the world. I think everybody just there's a lot of uncertainty, and with that uncertainty, when you're a small business owner, what does that mean for me? Am I going to be able to pay my employees? Am I going to be able to pay my rent? Um, am I going to be able to stay afloat during this period where, if you're a non-essential business, I can't even operate right now. Or if I can't operate, even if I'm a non-essential business, how am I going to do that? How am I going to
Mhm.
switch to doing it online? So there's a lot of questions we're hearing right now. I think what's really important, you see it from our government officials. My wife and I were actually joking about this. Like, we've never seen, our mayor or our governor or even President Trump so much on TV. So I think the one thing is that you have to communicate right now. If you're a small business owner, you have to find a way to connect with either your current customers or your potential customers that might be looking for your services. And right now, I mean, the best way, and no shameless plug here for what we do, but just right now it has to be done through digital means. And so finding
Mhm.
the best way to do that.
Can you show us some examples or offer us some tips about the skills and the marketing side that you can help small business?
Sure. So I think without question, the easiest and in most cases the cheapest, because if you already have it set up, it's free. The best way to do that is through your social media following.
Mhm.
Um, if you do have a large, say you have a large email contact list, great, utilize that as well. I think you need to be hitting people in all fronts. But if you have social media, we actually put together this little one sheeter. Bear with me, I'm going to pull it up for you. So can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. Yes.
Yeah. So this is just a simple one sheeter that we put together for. Yeah. Just for small businesses to take advantage of on their own via social media. So first and foremost, and it's not just on social media, all platforms, including your website. Make sure you're updating your hours. If you are changing your service offerings because of some businesses, if they are open, they can't do the normal come into our store and or we'll come to you. So
Mhm.
maybe if you're a restaurant, emphasizing that you're offering delivery to takeout options. It maybe I have home remodelers that are now offering online consultations. Via a similar means we're doing right now.
Right.
Basically, I'll walk through your house with you via video, and I can provide you with an assessment or an estimate.
Right.
So things like that. Again, just making sure that you're communicating that message. Also, if you keep moving through here, get creative with it. So it should not just be all like promotion, promotion, promotion. Be creative with what you're offering. Like I actually pull up another example here. I'll pull it up later, but um, you know, DIY, ideas, things that you can do at home. Maybe highlighting some of your employees, just kind of putting a face to a name, or just showing something about your business. Definitely, you have to make it easy for people to communicate with you, and because we're essentially going mostly online,
Mhm.
um, setting up messenger features. allowing customers to easily contact you, whether it be through email or through social media. Um, right now, we're just getting. I'm almost afraid to even look on the news right now because it's almost always negative.
Right.
So be different. Share a positive message. Um, as I mentioned earlier, if your service offerings change, make sure you're highlighting that, letting people know, like if you do offer carry out or takeout or delivery options, which platforms can people buy those from, making it easy for them to do that. If you have a very important message that you want to reach to a larger audience, boost that post. It, $100 could get you in front of thousands of people locally in your community. I mean, if you could spend 200, $100, $200, $500, and get in front of 25,000, 50,000 people in a 3 to 10 mile radius or a 1 to 10 mile radius, would that make sense for you and would that help your business? Almost always the answer is yes. So even if budgets are tight, there are options where you can invest and get in front of a larger audience beyond the following that you already have. And I think this should come, this should be obvious to everybody, but it can't just be all about you. Highlight what other people are doing, what other groups are doing. If there's another small business that is promoting, a volunteer effort or something like that. I recently shared on my social media platform about a local dry cleaning. It's at multiple locations, and they've basically changed up their dry cleaning, and they have a place where they actually do like restorations and sewing, and they've actually had their workforce there start making medical masks for the local hospitals.
Nice.
Like, so those are the type of things that you want to get out there and share, because people now more than ever, I mean, most people are sitting at home looking for what you have to offer, what you have to say.
To resonate with what you just said, I want to give an example. My wife has a college friend who now owns a Malaysian restaurant in Anaheim. So normally that will be like 2 hour drive with traffic to our location, but right now there's nobody driving right now. So she actually started delivering from her restaurant to a lot of different places, and um, she brought the meal over. My wife took a picture and shared it on Facebook, and then all our friends locally here saw that post and loved the food. And now, we're actually helping her to advertise her business. Now, a lot of people from my area are wanting that food. And I think every Friday, she's making a run to our location. And echo to what you said too, she played the ukulele. So right now, when she delivers at a distance, she play them a song, and people actually videotape that, and then they post it on their Facebook. So it becomes like they're requesting her to go to deliver and just want to hear her play the ukulele. So that's kind of fun.
So dinner Friday at your place, yes, Malaysian.
Yes.
All right. Some other examples. I'm gonna share my screen here again shortly. Make sure I'm doing it correct. So here is one of the industries that has been, greatly affected right now is the wellness. So your gyms,
Right.
they've
Yeah.
been told to shut down. This is a client of mine that she actually is a spinning studio, and she allowed her members to rent out the bikes that she had sitting and doing nothing at her facility. So for a fraction of the cost of your monthly membership, you can take the bike home with you, and then on top of that, I'm going to be able offering virtual classes that will be streaming.
Mhm.
But you gotta find other ways to get that message out here. So this is done directly on Google. She did this on her website. She's also doing it through her social media feeds. But your Google business page, you have an ability to actually post content directly to that. So you want to make sure that you're getting that message out there in every way possible, making it easy for people to find ways, because there's also a lot of people that maybe they already have a bike at their house and they're looking for something like this. So if they find this, then when the dust clears and or the dust settles and we get through this, she might have picked up at a potential new customer just because of what she was offering during these times.
Yeah, the word I keep hearing is, people still wanted to spend and they still wanted to buy, but then it's just in a different way or a different platform. So like your client and like my wife's friend, they're using creative way to generate new business opportunity. I would say for them.
Yeah. I mean, yes, there's definitely a lot of uncertainty right now, and I know with that people will pull back on their spending, but especially when it comes to small business support, if there's one thing I could voice to anybody that's watching this is do whatever you can to support a small business. Next time you get that delivery and it's coming directly from them, give them an extra tip.
Mhm.
Um, you know, buy that extra meal that you normally wouldn't. I'm not really somebody that likes to go out and uh, eat out for my lunch. I'm typically gonna just pack something myself. But today I went and supported a local poke restaurant that my wife and I love, just to help out in any way that we can. Not saying you need to do that every day, but if there's any way that you can support a small business. Another trend that I'm seeing going around right now is buying gift cards.
Mhm.
A lot of these restaurants or anywhere that are selling these gift cards are saying, buy us this gift card that'll help give them some cash flow now. And then when you or whoever redeems this, will, in addition to having that gift card, we'll give them a percentage off of the service or the product that they're buying.
That's really good advice. So if they want, they could even buy for $80 worth up to $100. When time
Yep,
comes. So and then really to the end, if there's no cost, it could just be an email with a code. Then you don't even need the gift card. So that's really a good idea that anyone could do right now.
yep, absolutely.
What other tools and things that people should look for if they have a Salesforce, or uh, do you think it's still too late to set up for digital marketing if they haven't, experienced that? Because what I see is, there are companies like your client who already probably have a lot of social following, but for brick and mortars, maybe they don't even have a website. So are they still able to take advantage of some of the digital marketing technique that you use?
Absolutely. Paid advertising, as I mentioned earlier, where you can actually boost posts. You can run, very targeted paid advertising campaigns. We call them brand expanders. So don't look at this as like a lead generation campaign, but more so an online billboard, only targeting a certain demographic or area. So like, say you want to target people that live within a 3 mile radius from your location.
Hmm.
Um, and then you can get actual branded display banner ads out there on the internet within days, um, and potentially reach thousands of people. And that's, like I said, right now I could be on ESPN.com or Facebook or YouTube, and then I see a banner for your business showing up there, and that automatically triggers like, well, maybe I do need that service, or maybe the next time I am going to go out to get some food, I'm going to use them. You can get in front of people right now. Now there is some other longer term strategies, but to answer your question, like you want to get started now, even if you're new to this, because for one, we don't know for sure how long this will last,
Hmm.
and two, I mean, it's even forcing me. I my day to day is going out there and meeting with small businesses face to face, and I've been forced to do it this way now. But I'm actually looking forward to when we get through this. I've now created a new way for me to communicate with people that I really wasn't utilizing before. So
Hmm.
if you're a small business that hasn't really jumped into digital yet, now is the best time to start. Figure it out, and then once we get through this, you've added another club in your bag, as you could say, to how you connect to your customers and potentially bring in more sales.
I like that idea. I would go to see my customer as well. Like before, like nobody is using Zoom like how we are right now to do a face meeting. Now this is my fourth one today. So I guess a lot of people will be doing that. So maybe in the future, I don't even have to go too far anymore. I could show them a sample. You can share your screen to show them example. So it might change the way that we do business in the future.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've been seeing some articles out there here, like, once we're through with this, we're going to be completely digital. We all know that, and I know there's millions of people, billions of people worldwide that just can't wait to get back to seeing people face to face, to giving somebody a handshake, to hugging somebody. So I know we're going to get back to that, but this is also going to make our life a lot better. I mean, for us that live here in Southern California in the Los Angeles area, we know firsthand. Once we get back to normal, that traffic's going to kick back up. So to your
Yeah.
point, if I could save a meeting that I have to drive to the other side of LA to meet with somebody face to face and just do it via Zoom, why not?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, AJ, for sharing your information. I'll include AJ's information in the posting. So if you do want to reach out and ask specifically for questions that you have, AJ is a great guy. He has a lot of information. Thank you so much, AJ.
Thank you, Swire.
All right, take care.